What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full Eevee Evolution team. Now, I did actually cover this theme a very long time ago. However, I wanted to revisit it and do it in 2 teams. So this was for Mystery Monday. It landed on Monday, damn! So what I'm going to do is do this one in 2 teams. So I've got the first 6 evolutions, then I'm going to do the last 3. Probably adding the Eevee in to make it a team of 4. So little spoiler there for you people. If you enjoy these theme teams, please leave a like on the video. Now, yesterday's video actually didn't get sent out properly by YouTube. Surprise, surprise. If you didn't check out the Ash Ketchum team, make sure you do that. It's the original Kanto team. Make sure you check that one out. It was uploaded yesterday, and I think it only got sent out to like half the people or quarter of the people. Anyway, let's get to this one. Leave those CTs below, people. Any feedback on the video would be wonderful too. So we have a battle against Tio on my chat. We have a Hariyama. Now, this was actually interesting, Hariyama. It's going to go for a Focus Energy. Now, with my team, I had the physical Jolteon. I used this one on stream. It was quite a fun team to use. So I'm going for the Wild Charge with the Workup. I've also got Iron Tail on this set for coverage as well. And I thought Wild Charge would be a nice stab on it. It didn't have a lot of moves to run with. Max Attack, Max Speed with Adamanation, and Toxic Orb for Facade, and also for the Quick Feet, because we all know how much... we all know how slow Jolteon is. Now, swapping in Eevee, this was a Choice Scarf, Retaliate, Adaptability Eevee, Max Speed, Max Attack. Baby, that's a kill. So that's down. That's a good start. Getting rid of Hariyama, but I did like the special Hariyama. I like that one. That was cool. Now we have Dewgong. Now, this is... I know Dewgong pretty well. If it's a special set, I'm going to get wrecked. Even if it's a physical set, I'm going to get wrecked too. Plus, I want to preserve the Retaliate and on Eevee. So, swapping in the Umbreon. Let me run over this set. This was an interesting one. This was Max Health, Max Defense. It was just a really scummy set. I had Moonlight on, I had Taunt and Torment and Foul Play with leftovers, Impish Nature. So the idea was to lock if you get a choiced opponent, you could Torment them, or just any setup Pokemon, you could Taunt them and Torment them, making them, it's quite difficult, and you never see Torment being used as well. It's a very gimmick move, and just Foul Play for any attackers that try and set up on you. It has Natural Bulk and Special Defense, so I decided to run it for that. Anyway, so we have this Life Orb Dewgong with Waterfall, Fake Out. I've got Foul Play on this. Now, since it's a physical set, I'm going to hit it harder with Foul Play, so that's good. It's about a 3-hit KO after... maybe even close to the 2-hit KO after all the Life Orb damage. Anyways, so Dewgong is going to actually swap out here, and we have the Buffalint coming in. Now, Buffalint can really wreck me here if it does have maybe like a repeated, if it had a head charge, banded or something like that, that would actually wreck me. So I didn't really want to lose this so early on the game. I thought I might be able to sacrifice one of my other Pokemon for some recoil damage and, bring the Umbreon a little bit in later. So now we have the Flareon coming in. This was a special defensive Flareon. We have Wish, Protect, Lava Plume, and Fire Spin, Max Health, Max Special Defense, Calm Nature, with the Flash Fire and leftovers. Okay, but it's going to be a special Buffalint, so that's going to actually lower my speed by 1 stage. Since I'm a bulky Flareon, I just take that attack so easily, people. Anyways, so we have the Buffalint swapping out here now, and we have the Dewgong coming back in. Now, I know there's going to be the physical Dewgong. We've already seen that. I with the Fire Spin, and it misses. So I'm like, damn, that really sucks. It wouldn't have done a lot of damage because, Dewgong does pack Thick Fat, which powers down fire moves, but it would have done a little bit of damage. So I decided to swap out my Flareon because I wasn't really wanting to take a Waterfall from this thing, and I swapped in Vaporeon for the Raw Absorb. It's going to go for Fake Out, which is fine. I already knew it was going to do that, but I got the Raw Absorb, its main Waterfall attack. Then it goes for the Horn Drill. I'm like, oh, it had to hit, didn't it? So I used Horn Drill before, but this time it hit. Oh, I'm so salty. Like, I get trolled by 1-hit KO moves so often, it's not even funny. So, Vaporeon is down, guys. Horn Drill with a Life Orb. Get on that meta. So, swapping in my Umbreon now. The only thing I was worried about was another Horn Drill from the Dewgong. Thank goodness it misses. It's like Ponyta all over again, people. It's like Ponyta all over again. Anyway, go for the Foul Play. That is enough to take out the Dewgong. Now, guys, you've got to stick around for another battle. We got one after this, and also got some good battles at the end. Very, very entertaining. So make sure you stick around for the whole thing. So now we have the Buffalint coming out again. This was a special set, so I was like, okay, well, I'm probably going to be able to tank anything this thing throws at me. Going for the Foul Play, even if it's a special set, Foul Play should do some okay damage. Okay, then it's going to go for a Surf. So a Surfing Buffalint, I got to hand it to him. I like that. That's very nice. So probably the best part about that was other than me taking about like 1 damage, was the Buffalo riding the wave. That was so hype. Okay, anyways, going for the foul play against the Buffalo again. I knew that it wouldn't take it out, but it'd get very close, and it's going to have a berry. It's going to eat that berry and get most of its health back. So I was thinking, well, I might be able to swap into another Pokemon or just continue to go for the foul play. It's going to go for a Mud Shot again. It's doing nothing to Umbreon. So Umbreon's very, very tanky. Obviously, it's coming from a Mud Shot too from Buffalo, so it's not going to be hitting very, very hard. Anyway, so it's actually a pretty even battle at the moment. We have 2 Pokemon down on either side. So the Buffalo now is going to go for the Belch. Since it consumed a berry, it's able to use Belch now. Belch is a really cool move. The animation on it is really, really disappointing. Like, it's quite a difficult move to get to use proficiently. And then after all of that, you just get this boring, like, Belch animation. I wish it was like a, just a massive burp, like massive sound waves or something like that. Anyway, so Belch is probably doing the more damage than all of its moves. Going for the foul play, and that is going to be enough to take out the Buffalo. So that's cool. I did like that special Buffalo set. I've actually run a special one before, but I didn't have Belch, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so we have the Umbreon sitting pretty good here at the moment. Then we have Zangoose. So I was like, it's going to be a special Zangoose, is it going to be a normal one? Anyway, so I went for the Torment regardless. So the Zangoose is going to go for knockoff, getting rid of my leftovers. So I almost swapped there, but it was a good thing that I didn't. So going for the Torment against Zangoose. So it's obviously a physical attacker. Now Torment is going to stop it using, repeated moves in a row. So it either has Facade or Close Combat. It's going to go for Facade. So I'm like, crap, I've got to take this thing out. It's a big, big threat. The good thing about that was it cannot use Facade the next turn, or it's going to have to swap out. So Umbreon is down. That was my defensive wall. So now I've got my Choice Scarf EV with Retaliate, and I've got my Flareon, which is going to get wrecked. So I have to swap in EV. Going for the Retaliate against the Zangoose, it was my only option. Adaptability and the power of the KO before is enough to take out the Zangoose. That's really good. I love using Adaptability, Retaliate, EV. So Zangoose is down. Now we have Ledian coming. Good to see Ledian being used. I like Ledian. So obviously I'm locked into Retaliate with Choice Scarf. It's not going to get a power boost, and it's not going to do too much to Ledian. So I've got to swap out. Flareon is my go-to Pokemon here because it's a fire type. Now the Ledian's going to go for the substitute on the swap. So I was like, okay, that's annoying. Maybe it's got something like, Toxic. It's got leftovers too. So I was like, okay, it might be a bulky set. I'm not sure. Ledian can run a lot of things. It's commonly run as like a screener mostly. It's a very bulky in special defense too. Anyway, so the Ledian is actually going to go for a Focus Punch. So it's trying to get that Iron Fist, baby. It's trying to get that going. Going for the Lava Plume to actually break the substitute. So I wasn't actually a defensive set, but then again, Ledian doesn't have the greatest attack in the world. But it was actually good to see, the sub punch used on the Ledian. Anyway, so going for the Focus Punch on my Flareon does a lot of damage. I'm like, damn, son, that's a 2-hit KO. Maybe a 3-hit KO after leftovers recovery, depending on min and max rolls. So getting that beautiful extra recovery from leftovers. So now the Ledian cannot go for another Focus Punch because I'll break its focus when I hit it. It's going to go for a knockoff this time. That's going to get rid of my item being my leftovers. I went for the Lava Plume here just to get some damage on it and maybe a burn because since it's a physical set. Does good damage. I do not get the burn, however. So it's got the leftovers. So it could go for another knockoff here. I'm guessing it has a bug type move. As well. Now Ledian can get acrobatics, I believe, too, but it wouldn't have that because it's got leftovers. However, the Ledian is going to go for the roosting back some of its health. However, it's still going to be super effective against it, even though it's going to still be a bug type, and it's going to be super effective. And the Ledian is going to get burned by the Lava Plume. So they could have probably attacked and done a little bit more damage. I don't think knockoff would have been enough to take out my Flareon regardless. Now they're actually burned, so the attack is going to be halved. So I can go for another Lava Plume this turn to take out the Ledian. It's pretty much dead in the water. It can't do any damage. It's going to go for another knockoff against me. As I said, I don't think that would have been enough to take me out, even if we took the burn away. I think I would have just lived, and the Ledian is going to go down. Even if it didn't, I had something to outspeed it and take it out anyways. So, now we have the Maractus as their last Pokemon. I've got Lava Plume on this thing, which is going to be super effective. However, the Maractus outspeeds me because I'm running a bulky Flareon, and it's going to finish me with the Poison Jab. So it's like, okay. Let's use the Espeon. Now, the Espeon was a pretty cool set. I've gone over it. Now, this was from Gen 1, the EV, guys. So I've got Focus Energy on this. I've got Future Sight, Protect, and Substitute. I've actually run this set before with the Scope Lens. So the idea is to get the Future Sight up. The future's not going to be very bright for this Maractus if this hits. And I've got the Focus Energy, making it 100% critical hit ratio with the Scope Lens. Substitute and Protect to stall out the Future Sight incoming. So anyway, the Maractus is going to go for the Supersonic Sky Strike. Holy damn, that looks so cool. And, guys, there's nothing like a flying cactus. Anyway, so I get the cactus smashing into me. I live on 22 health. I'm able to get the focus energy off. I'm like, sweet, this is really good. Okay, so I'm getting pumped here. However, the poison jab is going to be enough to take me out. So even though I got the focus energy up on the future sight, that is not going to give me a 100% crit ratio because I've got KO'd. So that's a mechanic too. Anyway, so the last Pokemon I've got is the Eevee. Maractus is going to go for the Sucker Punch. There's no way it's going to be able to outspeed me. I'm going to go for Retaliate, and that is going to be enough to finish off the Maractus with the Eevee adaptability. Man, it's nothing like finishing the game off with Eevee. Good game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let's get on to the next battle. So this is a battle against, I'm not sure, against my sock people. The battle was wild and very woolly. Honestly, this was a battle against someone on my stream, actually. This was a really decent battle, and I wanted to cover it. Okay, so we have a Alolan Ninetales. Now, this was actually an OU team I was versing, so I wasn't sure how it was going to go. So going for the Iron Tail right off the bat there, it lands, and I get a crit against the Alolan Ninetales. Man, that was so good. I couldn't have hoped for a better start. It was wonderful. So getting an early takeout on the Ninetales, got my Toxic Orb up. Now we have the Honchkrow. So Honchkrow, screaming out Sucker Punch here to try and get that scummy Moxie up. Sucker Punch is going to fail, going for the work up. Right, so I thought I could go for another work up here, or it could be packing something else to get around me, maybe a superpower or something like that. And I don't really want to take a hit from this thing, so I decided let's go for Wild Charge. It doesn't have a boost in attack or anything. It's going to go for Sucker Punch against me. I hang on 10 health, which is really hype. It's going to have the Life Orb damage. I'm going to go for the Wild Charge, so it's going to be super effective. Plus, I got a work up, and that's going to be enough to take out the Honchkrow. Man, this physical Jolteon, you just couldn't hope for a better start than that. The recoil is going to take me out, but man, that was really good. That was solid. The Ninetales, I just buried both of them. So now, bringing in my Vaporeon. Now, Vaporeon actually didn't get to explain. This is a Max Health, Max Special Attack, Psychium Z Synchronized set, Hydro Pump Blizzard, and Hidden Power. I think it's just a Hidden Power, any Hidden Power. Can't even remember. I've got so many Vaporeon sets. So now we have the Pinsir coming out, which is Mega. Never saw that one coming. So I went for Blizzard, hoping it'd go for Mega, which it did. Now the Pinsir is going to go for that Aerate Return, which is going to do a lot of damage to me. I just tanked it on 45 health. The Blizzard lands, baby. Since I'm Modest Nature, I'm going to be hitting very, very hard. And Pinsir goes down. So that is three hit KOs in a row. I'm having an absolute magical battle at the moment. Especially against these sort of threats. So now we have Starmie coming out. I know that it's probably going to use T-Bolt. However, there's absolutely no point in me swapping out. So Vaporeon is going to go down, but that's cool. I was happy to sacrifice that and got rid of the Mega Pinsir. So swapping in Eevee here, so I was like, I should just be able to outspeed this Starmie with my Choice Scarf and adaptability. It's going to come very close. However, obviously they're running, they're running Timid on this set, so I wasn't going to be able to outspeed it. Skull does not burn me. I'm able to get the Retaliate off. And it lives on like 1 health. Okay, it's close enough to 1. So it lives on a dick health. The problem was here, I needed that kill so badly. So that's going to actually force me to swap. I do have Quick Attack, but I'm Choice Scarf. So it really sucked. Anyway, so I swapped into Umbreon, hoping they'd get a Skull burn. So Synchronize would actually take the Starmie out. It didn't happen. So I was like, damn, I had this one all planned up and ready. But unfortunately, the RNG didn't happen for me there. The only time I wanted Skull to actually burn me, it didn't happen. Funny that. Anyway, so Starmie's going to go for the Skull again. And guess what happens? I get burned. I'm like, oh, serious. I wanted that to happen before. Anyway, so the Synchronize is going to kick in, and the Umbreon's going to go for the Foul Play. So I wouldn't have shown off what moves my Umbreon had either, which is, I guess is either here nor there. But Starmie is down regardless. So wonderful battle at the moment. I was really enjoying myself trying to hang in this battle and see how I could go against these, these were decent Pokemon too compared to my team of trash. So now we have the Minior coming out. Now, I know this is a definite Shell Smash set. The problem was I couldn't actually do too much to it. Now, if I went for Shell Smash, I could hit it for the Foul Play, which would do fair damage. However, the Minior's going to go for the Earthquake, maybe expecting me to go for Foul Play. I am burned though, so that would have been a problem. However, it doesn't do anything to the Umbreon because I'm a very, very bulky stat. Umbreon, sorry, I've got a bulky defense stat and max health, so extremely bulky. So I got the Taunt off, so it can't go for the Shell Smash. It's going to have to swap. Then I can go for either Foul Play again or Torment. So we have the Minior going for Stone Edge now, trying to get a critical hit on me, and it does like nothing to my Umbreon. I'm able to go for the Torment here, so that's good. So Torment is up. The Minior cannot go for the same move in a row. It cannot shed up I know I almost said something else there. It cannot set up Shell Smash. Its only option is to take me out or swap. So Umbreon is getting pretty low on the health. There's actually not much Umbreon can really do here. I'm quite dead in the water after that burn. So I'm actually going to let my Umbreon die here and just go for a foul play to finish it off. I live the next attack. Foul play just was my go-to there for a little bit of damage. It does pretty good. If there was a Shell Smash up, that would have done a lot more damage, possibly breaking the shields down and putting it into its more vulnerable form. Okay, so Umbreon is going to go down here. Now, I still have EV left. However, the best I can possibly do to that is Iron Tail. Retaliate and Quick Attack and Double Edge was the other moves. They were going to do nothing to it. Okay, so Umbreon's down, did a solid job. So bringing in EV anyway. So going for the Iron Tail, this was my best set. I was Choice Scarf. I knew that I could outspeed it. And it lands. I'm like, yes, that does really good damage there. I'm very, very happy with that. The Green Soda is going to go for the Earthquake, which is going to be enough to take out Eevee. However, that's done some good damage to it and put it in range for other Pokemon. So, thinking now, all I've got left is my Espeon, which is the Future Sight set, right? Now, that's going to take a couple of turns of delay. The Minior's going to if it wants to swap out, it can. Like, another Pokemon's going to have to take that. So I thought, I should be able to take maybe one hit against this, right? Very, very badly. Stone Edge misses. I'm like, oh my goodness, that was so good. So I've got the Future Sight up against the Meteor. Since it's in its Meteor form's gone, it's very, very fast. So now going for Protect, stalling out that Future Sight. My future's looking pretty bright. So I've got that up. That stalled one turn. Now I need one more turn for it to actually hit. Here I went for the Substitute. Stone Edge is going to land this time, and it critical hits me, and that actually did matter. I did the calcs, and it was about I think I would have had about 15% health if it hit me for max damage. I could have even got a Substitute off. That would have been very, very close there. Anyway, so Minior is down. I'm down. I'm a little bit salty, but it's all good. The last Pokemon is Mimikyu, a very, very strong Pokemon, and compared to some of this trash. So I've got my Flareon. I was like, if I can get up the Lava Plume on this and get a burn, that'd be very, very good. So they're going to go for a Z move with Mimikyu, so it's going to be obviously the Z Splash. I was expecting a Z Splash or a Sword Dance. This is where it could have been very handy, right, against my Espeon. So I could have had the Future Sight upright. I could have had that breaking the disguise. They would have had to go for Z Splash or attack me. I'd say they would have been forced to attack me. Then I could have swapped in my my Flareon here and gone for the Lava Plume to try and get a burn. So now we have Mimikyu going for the Shadow Sneak. It's not going to be powerful enough to one-shot me. Lava Plume is going to be my best bet here to go for the burn. Unfortunately, I do not get the burn, and that pretty much seals the deal. There's nothing I could possibly do against Mimikyu. It's very, very strong with +3 in attack, especially for like a bulky special defensive Flareon. Going for Protect there anyway to get a little bit of leftover recovery. Mimikyu is going to go for a Shadow Sneak again. However, I know that it does have other moves than Shadow Sneak, and I know that it has Play Rough, which is going to be not very effective, and it can carry Shadow Claw too. So I basically needed that burn there to win. I think the Substitute would have been very handy. If I actually lived that one and got that Future Sight off, the Mimikyu would have been exposed then. I think it might have changed the game. However, I don't mind. It was a very good game. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Enjoy those bloopers.